Has all life descended from a common ancestor? Darwin thought that all life might be traced to a common ancestor. He imagined that the history of life on Earth resembled a grand tree. The branches of the tree represent how species diverge from one another over time. New species branched from the trunk and continued to divide into limbs, or families of plants and animals, and then into twigs, all the species within the families of plants and animals alive today. Is that really what happened? What do many scientists claim? Many give the impression that the fossil record supports the theory of a common origin for life. They also claim that because all living things use similar computer language, or DNA, that all life must have evolved from a common ancestor. What does the Creator, Bible, say? The Genesis account states that plants, sea creatures, land animals, and birds were created according to their kinds. Genesis 1 verse 12. This description allows for variation within a kind, but it implies that there are fixed barriers separating the different kinds. The Bible account of creation also leads us to expect that new types of creatures would appear in the fossil record suddenly and fully formed. What does the evidence reveal? Does the evidence support the Bible's description of events, or was Darwin correct? In recent years, scientists have been able to compare the genetic codes of dozens of different single-celled organisms as well as those of plants and animals. They assumed that such comparisons would confirm the branching tree of life proposed by Darwin. However, this has not been the case. In 1999, biologist Malcolm S. Gordon wrote, "Life appears to have had many origins." Gordon continues, "The traditional version of the theory of common descent apparently does not apply to kingdoms as presently recognized. It probably does not apply to many, if not all, phyla, and possibly also not to many classes within the phyla." Here are some of the issues and developments that have challenged the simple tree. One significant challenge to the tree of life concept as initially conceived comes from the phenomenon of horizontal gene transfer, HGT. HGT is the process where organisms transfer genetic material to each other across species boundaries, rather than inheriting DNA strictly from ancestral to descendant lines, vertical gene transfer. HGT can blur the lines between branches on the tree, suggesting a more network-like structure in parts of the tree, especially among single-celled organisms. Hybridization. In plants and some animal species, hybridization, crossbreeding between distinct species, can occur. This can lead to the creation of new species or the blending of genetic traits from different species. This complicated the linear descent depicted in a traditional tree. Basing on the above and as well on so many others, recent research continues to contradict Darwin's theory of common descent. For example, in 2009 an article in New Scientist magazine quoted evolutionary scientist Eric Baptiste as saying, "We have no evidence at all that the tree of life is a reality." The same article quotes evolutionary biologist Michael Rose as saying, "The tree of life is being politely buried, we all know that." What's less accepted is that our whole fundamental view of biology needs to change. So what do you think? Has all life descended from a common ancestor? What if the Bible version is correct? Embark on a thought-provoking journey with us as we delve into the timeless question, does God exist? Join our community of curious minds and seekers. Subscribe now and embark on a journey of exploration and understanding with us. Don't miss out on our latest videos and discussions. Subscribe and stay tuned for more insights.